A snake. In the mountains of Sishui County in Shandong Province, where a priest lives, there was an early Buddhist temple surrounded by no villages, and few people came to visit. Some say there are many large snakes in the temple, so the tourists hide further away. A teenager goes into the mountains and catches an eagle with a net, and goes all the way to the depths of the mountain. It was late, and I saw a monastery far away, and I went to bed. The Taoist said, to his surprise, "Where did the Sussexes come from? Luckily, they were not seen by my children. Sit him down, get him some porridge." Before we finished eating, a large snake climbed in, more than a dozen big. Staring at guests with his head held high, his angry eyes flashing like lightning. The teenager was stunned and terrified. The Taoist clapped his hands on the head of the snake and shouted, "Go!" The snake climbs down into the east room, curving and crawling for a while before it's all in, hovering in one of the east rooms, stuffed. Teenagers are more scared and shivering. "This snake is my regular nursery, and I'm here. It's okay," the Taoist said. "It's because you're afraid of it." The teenager just sat down, and another snake came in, slightly smaller than the previous one, about 5 or 6 packs thick. I saw the guest immediately stop, glowing with anger, spitting out a tongue letter, like the previous one. The priest yelled at it again, and the snake went indoors. There was no room in the east house for him, half his body around the beams, and the earth on the walls shook in the noise. The teens are more afraid, can't sleep all night, get up early, and want to go back. The Theshik sent him out of the house, only to see snakes on the wall and under the steps. Big as a pot, thick wine glass, crawl lying, all kinds of different. When the snake sees the living, it shows that it wants to eat. Afraid, the teenager snuggled up to the Taoist clan and followed him. The teenager sent the Taoist clan out of the mountain pass until he returned. There are people in my hometown who live in Central State and live in the Snake Buddha. The monks at the monastery prepare dinner. The broth was delicious and the meat was round, shaped like a chicken's neck. "How many chickens would you kill and have so many necks?" the monk asked, puzzled. The monk said, "This is a piece of snake meat." The guests were appalled, and some went out to vomit. When the guests fell asleep, they felt something crawling on their chests and touched them with their hands. I got scared and screamed. The monk rose and said, "It's a normal thing." "What's so horrible?" He said he would light a torch at the wall, only to see snakes large and small all over the wall, and snakes under his bed. The next day, the monks led their guests to the Buddhist temple, where they saw a large well beneath the Buddha seat, where the snakes had a thick urn, and poked their heads out of the well, but did not come out, and lit fires to look down the well, where they were surrounded by millions of snakes and suns. The monk said, in the past, snakes came out of wells to inflict harm on people, and they didn't dare come out to harm them until after they fixed statues of Buddha and sat on them.
Alright, this story has come to an end. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you.